One morning, a little tailor sat in his shop. He bent over his work, sewing as he always did this time of day. Suddenly, the tailor had a taste for jelly. He looked out for a loaf of bread and cut a big slice from it. The tailor licked his lips as he spread some jelly on it. I am more hungry than usual, he thought. Let's hope this jelly fills my belly and clears my head. The tailor wanted to sew a few more stitches before eating his snack. When he finished, he saw a swarm of flies buzzing around his tasty jelly. The little man waved the flies away with his hand, but they flew right back. The tailor grabbed a sack of cloth and growled, "Now I'll let you have it." The cloth burst through the air as the tailor beat the buzzing flies. "Watch this," the tailor said. He took something from his pocket. The giant thought it was a stone too, but it was actually a piece of cheese. The tailor squeezed until the liquid whey dripped from his hand. The giant raised his eyebrows. "Well, can you do this?" he asked. He picked up another stone and tossed it high into the air. It flew almost out of sight. "Watch this," the tailor said as he took something from his pocket. It was the bird, of course. With his toss of hand, the tailor sent the little bird flying out of sight. The giant was a poor loser. "Perhaps you would like to come home with me to meet my friends," the giant said, with an evil gleam in his eyes. "Certainly," replied the tailor. The giant took the tailor to his cave. A group of giants sat around a roaring fire. They watched as their friend led the little man to bed. "You can sleep here," said the giant. "Even a man who can kill 7 in one blow needs to rest." The tailor was not used to such a big bed, so he slept in the corner instead. It was good for him that he did. During the night, the giants pounded on the bed with clubs until they thought they had taken care of the pesky little tailor. In the morning, the giants were swimming in the river. They joked about the strange little man and his silly belt. When the tailor walked up whistling a merry tune, the giants were so afraid they ran away without clothes. The tailor laughed and left the giants behind. He walked far and then laid down for a nap on a soft grassy hill. The tailor slept a long time. Some people found this and read the bell. They thought he was a mighty soldier. When the tailor woke up, the people took him away to meet their king. The tailor had never met The king had never met a man that can kill 7 with one blow. He hired the tailor for his army and gave him a pouch of gold. "This is unfair, your highness," the other soldier said. "If you don't give us a pouch of gold, we'll leave your army too." The king could not afford to lose his whole army, so he gave the tailor a challenge he just knew the tailor could not meet. He told the tailor that if he were to kill 2 giants in the woods, that he would give the tailor his kingdom, and no, he said he would give the tailor half of his kingdom and his daughter to marry. And so the tailor set out on. The tailor knew this was his chance to be a hero, so he set out into the woods with an army of 100 men. They came upon 2 giants sleeping. The tailor climbed up a tree and started throwing acorns at the giants. One of the giants woke up and asked the other one why he was thumping him. And the 2 giants got in a fight and ended up killing each other. The tailor then called the 100 men, the other soldiers, to come see what he had done. He said it was no challenge to kill 2 lousy giants when he killed 7 in one blow. The king heard of the miraculous feat that the tailor did, but he was not willing to give up his daughter and half of his riches. So he sent the tailor on another mission impossible. There was a boar running around the forest tearing up crops. So he told the tailor if he catches a boar, then, the deal would still go through. The tailor was wandering through the woods when he heard a snout behind him. He looked up and saw the boar chasing him. So he ran into the barn and the boar followed him. The tailor then climbed out of the window, ran around the barn, and shut the doors. Now the boar was trapped. The king then inquired, "How did you manage to trap the boar?" The tailor said, "I killed 7 in one blow. It was pretty easy to trap a lousy boar." The tailor left the castle and was wandering in the woods. He suddenly looked behind him and saw a unicorn charging at him. The tailor was standing in front of the tree, so he just jumped out of the way, and the unicorn ran the tree, and his horn got stuck in the tree. The tailor then freed the unicorn and rode him back to the castle. At this point, the king could no longer ignore the tailor's great miracles. He asked the tailor, "How did you manage to tame this wild unicorn?" The tailor said, "Oh, this unicorn was no problem. It was just like taming a kitten." So the king ordered his men to prepare a large feast, and they were going to celebrate that night. The tailor and the king's daughter were wed in a ceremony that was attended by everyone in the kingdom. The king thought his new son-in-law was a hero. He did not know the man was married to his daughter and took half of his kingdom was a simple tailor. The tailor almost gave up his secret one night. His wife heard him saying in his sleep, "Boy, make me a wainscot and a patch on that gown, or there will be big trouble." The princess ran to her father. "Father, father, he's not a hero. He's only a tailor," she cried. "Daughter, leave your door open tonight," said the king. "My soldiers will sneak in and take care of the little man once and for all. You should not be married to some tailor." So as they were sleeping, the king's men came into the royal bedroom. The tailor was only pretending to be asleep, and he heard the soldiers approaching. So he pretended to be dreaming and talking in his sleep, and he said, "If I can kill 7 men in one blow, a soldier's no problem." The soldiers got scared and ran off. That is how simple one man's bravery turned him into a king. So if you're having difficulties in your life, just keep trying. Maybe a new strategy is necessary.